Jakey, how do you, mate? Dennis? And flying. Okay. 3 debutants to the comp this year.
It's a really special moment, you know, to get introduced in front of the boys, you know, Snake Waterman and Flying Ryan and Daniel Venables. It's something you don't forget to come out and play round 1 after a really good pre-season, so it's really exciting to see how they go.
Is up out of their seats, standing here for the start of this first ever AFL game. Welcome to the next generation of football in Western Australia. What an exciting time to be an AFL fan or an AFL player, man, woman or child in WA. We're underway at the new Optus Stadium.
Very much through the pre-season, Chris Marston getting a spot round 1. He sets it up towards Waterman, knocking it down. Mark LeCras, trademark roving from the West Coast Eagles veteran. With the high ball up to the 50. Darling taking the mark on the chest. John Darling will be a focal point for the Eagles. From right on the paint of 50. He struck it delightfully. And he kicks his first for the Eagles. Cripps squeeze the kick through. Spills to Marston, who just puts it on the boot and helps himself to a goal. Had a nearly 581 days since he last played in the AFL.
Nat Nui, a little rusty perhaps, spins it back. Waterman off hands. Tied off the deck by Duggan. Finally, they get the goal they were after. Was good for the Eagles. Got a little too clever there. And out the back is Ryan. This is huge. Needs a descent. Swans come at him. Can he think his way through it? Bends it around his body and brings that house down. First goal for Liam Ryan. And the West Coast are on their way back.
Reddit squeezes it forward. Trips. Hadanui again. Just getting it on the boot. LeCras with the seconds ticking down to end the third quarter. A pressure kick, an important kick, right on the side at 3/4 time, and the Eagles have all the momentum heading into the final quarter. Newman, now Cunningham, and the Swans going direct, back in the Buddy Franklin direction again, 1-on-1. He's going to beat you just about every time, Buddy, as he slams through number 8.
The atmosphere today felt like a final, and the crowd certainly turned up and played their part. And I thought our boys played their part to a certain point. Obviously, Buddy, we couldn't stop him. We tried a lot of different things throughout the night, but he was just too hard to stop tonight. We tried everything under the sun, but I thought we played real spirit as well. So overall, we're not happy that we've lost, but we'll take a lot from the spirit in which we played.
Where's that Nui? He's up. Got a hand on it. One paw. Lays the tackle on Smith. Wrapped him up. It's ball. He can make it a 2-kick game. Opens up the angle. Walk out. Final game of round 1, and we may have saved the best till last.
It's really loud, really electrifying. Obviously, we got a bit of momentum in that third quarter, and yeah, the crowd was really loud and really notable once they go. Yeah, I've still got a little bit to do, but I'm still finding my way. But I felt pretty good and felt pretty comfortable out there.
His presence is important for us. Obviously still building towards complete match fitness, but he'd done enough in the last month to play like he did tonight with confidence. And got to give a lot of credit to our strength and conditioning staff for getting him up.
West Coast trying to generate some run. Venables playing his first game. Put it out into the path, looking for either Ryan or Waterman. 3 on debut there, trying to combine.
It's been a long time since we've debuted 3 players in a game, and to have them contribute the way they did, and I think they held their own.
Big moment for Jake Waterman. He struck it well. He's equal to the moment. Walked into the big time, and the Eagles are back.
I want to be crazy. I want to be over the board, but it came off nicely, and I'm pretty happy to just kick one in the first game. The boys love you, and when you kick your first goal, everyone just gets around you, and the boys jumping everywhere. And I might go and watch that clip. Love seeing the boys jump all over me. It was an amazing feeling, something that I'll never forget. To get out there, we didn't get the result we wanted, but now I can say I played an AFL game, and we fought hard. The spirit was good out there, so we ticked a few boxes, but we've still got a lot to work on next week against the Doggies.
training then and had a bit of a look at the Cats, so we trained well and looking forward to this Sunday.
Coming up against the side this week that's got a bit going on about them at the moment, and they had a really tough loss on Monday, so looking forward to getting onto that week.
Their forward line has got some real presence and some dangerous players in the front half, and their back half's young and learning, just like our front half.
Great to have a win here. The atmosphere is just electric.
Had a scan during the week and a little bit showed up, so yeah, we pulled out late and almost made it, but hopefully it's just a 1 weeker and we'll be on for next week. And it's huge for Hutchie, and we're going with great confidence with the form he's brought through the waffle, so really confident in how Hutch will go about it, and can't wait for him to get out there.
Both teams are 1 win, 1 loss. Winner will be inside the top 8 tonight, but the loser will be in the bottom half of the ladder in catch-up mode. So this game is huge. It's got a fair bit on it, hits a good spot. Nat Nui with the reach, Lysette was there. Almost scrambled away by Henry. Nat Nui, something out of nothing. Right, top of the square, rolls it home. And they get their second. Waterman gets and goes. Takes off on Zach Guthrie. Blasts it long. Ryan and Lacroix. They can raffle it here. Lacroix gets there. Stewart hassled him. Hassled him away for it. Lacroix takes the responsibility in the end. Shuey drives it long out of the middle. And the Superman kicks another. Danger signs here again for the Cats. They've got men out the back. Lacroix might go up for this. He goes up early. Kolajasny went up with him. Ball hits the deck. Gaff. Oh, have the Cats got a safe word? They're in big trouble now. Hawkins has a chance to give the Cats the lead for the first time today. It was a horror show the first half for the Cats. They're giving this big crowd a huge scare now. This is the kick. It's a launch. Darling, Kolajasny. Darling held. Free kick. The West Coast Eagles were screaming for someone to be a hero. Darling could be it. She, time, poise, class. They lead by 2 kicks. Chris Scott reaches for the phone. Nat Nui reaches for the Sharon. Lacroix. Of course it's Lacroix. Another home for their worst win at Optus Stadium. Footy has a new sound. It's 60,000 at Optus Stadium singing the Eagles theme song.
Oh, I think relief comes to mind. They were a really good sign for our resilience as well. I thought clearly we got outplayed in that third quarter, and they just probably wanted it a bit more than us with the contest and the work rates. But we stuck to it and thought we stood tall in the last 10 minutes. Our leaders stood up and, held sway for some of their younger players to get on a couple of important goals late.
Darling, one grab, not the second. Ryan had it, lost it, got it, kicked it, goaled it!
Well, it's a great goal, but there is a bit of an injury here. Right leg, ankle, by the looks.
I need to talk to him about doing a lap of honour after we win with an ankle like that.
How good's that by Luke Shuey?
That's a score assist.
He's piggybacking him off the ground.
We lost a bit of momentum in that third quarter and then took so much energy to get it back, and then once we got it back we managed to keep it, so that was the most pleasing thing. And then bang, 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 7 goals, good way to finish.
It's over. Venables hands it up, easy goal. Sheen, he puts it into the river.
I knew we had the capacity to kick quick goals, but yeah, to do it against a team like Geelong late in the fourth quarter, it really gives us a bit of confidence going forward, knowing that we can run oversize.
Darling front spot for the second grab.
He's had a really good pre-season. He's having a good career, really. I mean, there's a lot of pressure put on Jack over the journey, but I think he's taken his game to another level. He stood up in the absence of JK, and yeah, he's really helped us win in the last 15 minutes.
It was a really team effort today, and that's what you got to bring to beat the top sides in the competition.
So some big challenges against Freo. Obviously we know they're in great form at the moment. Their ball movement's probably one of the best in the comp. They like to use the whole ground, and they've got some elite users off half back, so it's going to be big challenge for us, and we've got to make sure we get it done inside the contest first.
It's something that I've been looking forward to for a long time, really, sort of since the last one at Subi, and then just knowing what was coming this year, and it's finally here, so can't wait to get out there.
It's good to come up against Sandy this weekend. It's going to be a good test and always tough opposition against Freo, so looking forward to the challenge.
We've got to concede that we're not going to win every hit out this week. Certainly Scotty and Nick are going to give us a really good look at it, but certainly some planning's going to have to go into reading the hand and making sure we're well balanced around the stoppage.
Debuting in the derbies makes it that little bit better, so I can't wait. Haven't had much time to think about it. At training this morning I didn't know, it was just when he came into the gym just then and announced it in front of the boys, it was so surreal, amazing feeling. It was crazy, it was a bit hectic, they all got around me, which makes me feel even better, but I'm going to embrace the opportunity and take it with both hands, I can't wait.
To Jack, I'll call you up, mate. All the best. Congratulations and good luck tomorrow. I've got no doubt you'll enjoy the experience. Really treasure pulling the jumper on. It's something that's pretty special, and I was lucky enough to play over 200 games in it, and to be amongst such a great footy club is something you'll cherish the rest of your life. Look forward to watching around, running around in the 21. Obviously a bit quicker than the last couple of blokes that have worn it, but that's going to be good to watch.
The biggest show in town has become one of the biggest shows in Australia. It's a where were you when moment. The first ever derby at Optus Stadium, and we're underway. Nat Nui and Sandland's down to 5. How else would it start? Ignored Jeddah, goes inside. Kennedy, who just needs one goal to become the greatest West Coast Eagles goal kicker of all time. He lines up. He likes it, and a history-making moment within a history-making moment. Kennedy under it, good fist, great Crum on the run, Darling, open goal. That's as good as it gets, Crum-wise, from a big man. We're all square again. Duggan rolls it to half forward. Everything Fremantle does now is under pressure. Good attack from Shuey. He might go for home. Sized it up from outside 50. Spectacular. Over to you, West Coast. What have you got left in the gun? Duggan. Light set. Waterman hasn't seen a lot of it. Instant response from Waterman. Banfield hassled off it by Yo. Danger. Flicked out. Sheed. Tucked into the pocket. Goes for home. Massive. Absolutely massive. Sheed's about to get involved here. Yo, Redden looks at him. Yo's in the pocket. Heads toward goal. What do they say about pressure and diamonds? Yo is a diamond. Brayshaw floats it up. Fife with the set. Got up there. Fists come. Hits the deck. Chera sidestep. Siren sounds. Walking to a whole new world. It's footy in WA at Optus Stadium in front of 60,000.
Put Freo through everything at us. And early we had dominance with field position and supply, but we couldn't finish off, and every time we went up the other end, we got scored against. So quarter time, whilst we went in front of the scoreboard, there were some numbers that were suggesting that if we kept going, we'd get back into the game. So we held our nerve a little bit, and then in the second quarter we got rewarded. And then the second half we probably flipped a little bit, and then just become a bit of a grind. Yeah, it was a fight all day in the end, and we came out on top.
Sandland's clever palm. Fife, clever tackle, light set.
We missed him last year, just like we missed Nick. I mean, those two combine really well. Not many clubs play two ruckmen, but we think we've got a bit of a unique attribute with both of them. And they're both pretty good when the ball hits the deck. So I think when Scott's at his best, he can follow up and tackle as good as anyone. And I thought we saw a few of those today that were really important plays.
Yeah, I think it's one of my strengths, following up, second, third efforts and tackling and that. So I don't want to be one of those big blokes that doesn't do that. I want to be, put my body up there and, hurting other people. So thankfully, I could do that today.
Stolen back, Petricelli, who's got the speed. First game, this is his moment. Hands it over. Chinese checker over the top, the centre for Waterman.
It's very exciting. Obviously, he's got the wheels. I think when he gets a bit of confidence with the first game under the belt, he can really add a good dynamic to our team, and his speed and pressure and that is good, and I think he's going to be a great player for us.
Having the week off is a blessing in disguise. It's meant I got a bit more, I guess, strength training into myself, in particular my legs. So I wouldn't have had that if it wasn't for having the weekend off.
The pressure of playing Richmond and the talent they've got in their side and the way they play their footy is definitely going to be exciting for all, and our players definitely looking forward to enjoying it.
It's finding the balance between playing our way and stopping what Richmond are really good at.
All right, ready to go?
We are underway. It's 1v2 from Optus Stadium. Gaff, high ball. Kennedy, as he does effectively for a big man, ducks out the back and goes again. Rioli knows he's got it. For the moment, it left the hands. He knew exactly what to do. Intriguing start, inserted by Duggan. Kennedy is threatening. At the back, Darling. He's the informed man, but look at them work together. In tandem, they are such a dangerous duo. Back to Rance, and then a delicate kick gives Gaff a good look at it. And he's got an even better look now because he's taken the mark.
West Coast still just looking to patiently build, and they go with a long kick inside 50 now. Kennedy in the one-on-one, Darling from the side. Townsend gathers, he tries to chip it up towards Rewalt, who got the better bounce. Barris overrunning it. Rewalt is brought to ground. Castagna still able to get the kick away. Scores level at Optus Stadium. The Eagles back inside 50 towards Darling, who's got it again. Just too strong, able to take it on the chest. They're wrestling with Asprey. Martin building off half back. Yo's got him collared, holding the ball. Free kick to the Eagles.
Well, 4 big tackles to start this third term. Yo responsible for 2 of them.
Jetta skims it in low. Waterman, it just sits for him. He's tucked away in the pocket. Kennedy! It was it. Waterman had eyes in the side of his head. He knew exactly where Kennedy was. Again, they face off in the middle of Optus Stadium, and again, Natanui gives them the first look. And Yo, who played one of the quarters of the season so far, continues on and gets it into Darling for his 4th goal, his 26th of the year. Jack Darling gets it right. That makes it hard.
The top. Butler, he'll chip it in, and the siren will sound. West Coast win 8 straight for the first time since 2005 and skip a game clear on top of the table after taking down the reigning premiers.
I thought we played well. I thought Richmond played well, in particular in that second quarter. So it was just one of those games that we broke open pretty early in the third, and then we didn't look back. They played at a level we probably haven't seen before this year, and the way the boys responded in the third quarter with, I think, Nick in the middle and Elliot Yo coming back after a knock to his knee, you know, really set the tone for the second half, and they're really proud of the players.
So margin back under 50 points. Natanui, brilliant hit out straight down the throat of Hutchings to Darling, again out of the middle. West Coast unbelievable.
Read the flight of the ball, and yeah, no, I was happy it stuck, marking it at the moment, and the boys are giving a bit of trust to me to kick it in, so that's nice as well.
And now Jack Darling has got 6, a career best.
He's kind of right, Jack. Yeah, playing reasonably good football, isn't he? The forwards around him complimented him really well. And, you know, JK, second fiddle on occasions, but that's great. It's great for us. Jakey Waterman had 5 goal assists, you know, in 11 possessions. So some of the selfless things that are happening off the ball, Jack is getting rewarded for, but he's in pretty good touch.
Really unselfish, and Cripper's playing his role. He's kicked a couple of clutch goals, and Willie's doing some great things as well, getting to the right spots, and yeah, it's a pretty exciting future there.
We need to be really clear about where we're at too. I mean, Hawthorn coming off a disappointing game today, we will flip into that mode as quick as you can. So we'll enjoy the next couple of hours, and we'll get on the plane next week and hit Hawthorn.
Obviously coming off a pretty heavy loss. We know Hawks have been a competitive team for many years now. So for us to go over there in Melbourne and get the win is really important.
And Hawthorn are obviously going to want to bounce back from that performance, and yeah, we want to keep rolling where we're going, so it's going to be a pretty good match.
The feeling around the club at the moment is really good. There's a lot of spirit and unity, and we're just going to carry that on to this week.
Yeah, it was obviously a good experience. As everyone says, it was pretty exciting, and I'm just glad everything went smoothly, and he's out healthy and Mum's healthy, and I was pretty confident that he knew what I wanted and what we needed, and that was getting him out as early as possible. So I can definitely be there and enjoy the next few days with him, and go over there, hopefully get a win and come back.
No issues at all, so feeling good and ready to rock and roll. So probably have it strapped up, but should be fine.
Really worried about what might have happened, but I'm really pleased to report he's going to be fine and he'll play this week.
Coming off a tough, hard-fought game against Richmond. You know, it was a light week for most of us, but yeah, ready to get going this week and ready to crack in and have a win.
This is the best team in the competition right now against the best team in the competition for the past decade, West Coast Eagles and Hawthorn.
It's up in the air a long time, this kick. And a beautiful mark has been taken by Waterman. Over the top he goes, reality the open goal. And the Eagles get the first one from a turnover. Gaff gets it inside 50, punched away by Sicily at the forward ball. Here's Cripps twisting and turning, trying to find a bit of space. He does around the body. That's a beautiful kick. That is a magnificent goal. And Cripps gets the Eagles second. Now there is a traffic jam up there. Kennedy gets front spot. Rioli off the hands of the pack. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. In fact, it is a beautiful goal. What a roving goal to Rioli. Great play by Kennedy. Hit the pack hard. Rioli front and square. Goal to the Eagles. Cole just gets his kick long and strong up towards Darling. Big flyers everywhere. Off the pack, Waterman puts it through. Beautiful play. They all flew. Waterman in the right position on the angle of the ball coming in. Gets the goal and kicks it. Natanui gets the front spot again. Yo back to Natanui. Feeds the handball out. Here's the shot at goal. It's a beauty. Oh, it is an absolute beauty, and it's Gaff who puts it through on the left foot. A magnificent goal.
Big leap from Sicily and left the ball behind. Almost a mark to Darling. He thought he should have been paid it. Marston in the pocket. Chips it to the goal line. Awesome. That's off the scale. I'm not even sure he meant it.
Nah, he's admitted.
How good was that? I love his reaction as well. He couldn't even believe it himself. Put the hands to the head.
So it's in Natanui's direction. Can he get the jump? Kennedy, front spot, Natanui. Too good, too tall, too strong. Lands an early blow here in the last quarter for the Eagles.
The West Coast Eagles will make it 9 on the trot in season 2018.
I think they've won 3 in Melbourne this year too, haven't they?
Yep. Out it comes, and there's the siren, and the West Coast Eagles stand alone on top the AFL ladder.
It was a really good win. Yeah, really hard fought. I thought, I'm not surprised at all about what Hawthorn brought, but to sustain it and look, it was a difficult, scrappy game at times, but to win in that manner and to stand up when it counted, yeah, really proud of our players.
Ball came to Duggan, slams it on the boot, Stratton and Rioli. A monster.
It was pretty special. We understand he's only a 6 or 7 game player in his second year, so it's fitting in with our forward line really well. They're all playing their roles. We're spreading the load. Even Jack Darling today, didn't kick a goal, but he still played a really important role for us in how we set up, and Waterman as well, and really complements what we're doing there.
Yeah, it gives us great dynamic, especially up in the forward line. They're really doing their thing up there, and some of the magic that Willie's been producing has been great, and then Jake's work rate is second to none, so those boys have come in and really played their role. I think that's just the energy that we're bringing each week now, and whether it's interstate or at home, it's consistent, so come over, get the win under the lights, and Eddie had a great feeling.
We're tweaking at the moment with our side and, who plays where, but, for 3 quarters we did a really good job last week, didn't we? And unfortunately we just couldn't match the pressure and the intensity of the last quarter. And for us and for the Giants. Obviously, both teams probably not at full strength. They've found a way the last 3 or 4 weeks, and we haven't.
A very talented team. We've got a strong midfield. Guys like Kelly and Ward running through there.
It's going to be a really interesting battle, and they're obviously probably the best midfield in the comp at the moment. So it's a real challenge for us.
It's my pleasure to present a number 12 Guernsey, my old Guernsey, to debutant Oscar Allen.
It's an unreal feeling. There's no really other way to put it. I can't believe the opportunity I've been given, and I just can't wait to get out there and have a crack at the Giants. First person I called was Dad, followed by Mum, my brother, sister, and then a couple of mates.
Looking forward to seeing the number 12 go around again, and hopefully for many years to come.
Down the spine, heads toward Yo. Would take the mark, and he didn't control it. Early whistle. Wow. Neither of the umpires want to overrule it. We'll bring it back. And Redden goes to Hutchings. Just the 1 goal so far this year. And this is almost an 11-point turnaround if he kicks it, and he's kicked it. Marston to Yo. And he heads long goal square. McGovern can't fly. Off hands. Ainsworth. Brilliant goal. And he's kicked his first in AFL footy. He popped it wide, hoping for Hutchings. He spun it. He got it to spin like a 9-iron. Gave it to Gaff. Sensational. And the Eagles back in front. He's got a couple of options forward. He blasts it, hoping for a mark. Hutchings, open goal. Better be run down. Got it there. And the game goes up another gear. Nat Nui took it from the right, got on the boot. Shaw dragged down, no free. And the kick around the body is good from Cripps. Umpire wave play on, and he nailed it. Hearn heads to Nat Nui, who's into the sky. Takes one for the ages. Guilty. Rioli dabbed the kick. Daniels caught high, and this is a huge moment for Brent Daniels. Hands it off to Whitfield from 50, gets plenty on it. That starts sailing, and that's there. And in the blink of an eye, the Giants are in front. Feeds it to the forward pocket to Hayes. He falls. Rioli, who probably owes them one, to his own advantage. Ducked out of it, lost it, went and got it again. Gave it to Gaff. Off the scale. And the crowd goes crazy. Can the Giants come again? Giants have won their past 4 games in a row coming into this. They're under pressure now. Shuey takes off and spears the pass. Armchop. What a time to play it. McGovern plays on to advantage. Wow. High fives, low fives. After 3 losses in a row, Adam Simpson knows how big this win has been. It's been a twilight highlight. Hope you've enjoyed it wherever you've watched around the planet. The West Coast Eagles victorious by 11.
It would have been a pretty good spectacle. Both teams had a real go. Momentum shifts throughout the game, real arm wrestle, and to get over the line, we're really proud of our players, and we just hung in there. In the end, we found a way to get over the line.
I thought we fought all day. That's just footy at the moment. Momentum swings, and we've just got to adjust throughout the game, and I thought the boys did, especially in that last quarter. We dug deep.
Every possession critical now. Ainsworth to Rioli.
Yeah, we're really, really proud of our kids. Willie's first year, really. So to step up like he did, he's been doing a lot of work off the ball. So to hit the scoreboard late, along with, I thought Ainsworth stood up late in the game as well.
Yeah, it's good to see them both out there having a real crack, and that's all we ask for them, is to give a contest, throw the body on the line, and the rest will take care of itself, so it's good to see.
Oscar Allen's playing his first game for the footy club. I think it's the 5th kid from the draft this year to play. We're really proud of that. They've got some young kids coming through, and I thought that at stages they all stood up too.
De Boer the sidestep and a big smother. The first gamer, Oscar Allen. His first effort, absolutely brilliant. And listen to this crowd.
To be honest, it was pretty loud for most of the day, so I couldn't really tell where it was louder than others. But yeah, it was a great experience, and I was under the pump early and it was such a fast-moving game, but I thought definitely as the game progressed, I found myself more comfortable out there.
For Jack, he really pushed last week to play. We probably could have played him last week, but we just did it on the side of another week of loading. And Lacroix's pretty similar as well. So, and Josh is just ready to come back. The three of them being back at once, we're aware of that and how we manage it. It's going to be a challenge.
It's going to be so exciting, and hopefully I get through uninjured, get the confidence back in the body, and launch for the rest of the year. Yeah, it's massive. They've jumped us on the ladder so far, and I think they're second on the ladder. So, yeah, it's going to be a pretty good game. And, you know, at the G over in Melbourne, we can't wait.
The West Coast Eagles step foot on the Melbourne cricket ground, ready to confront their MCG hoodoo. They haven't beaten the Pies here in 23 years.
Duggan trapped LB with that one, kicks it high inside 50. The big guns are flying, and the umpire has paid a mark to Kennedy. Josh Kennedy has done enough. They've kicked the last two, made the move already. Howe is now on Kennedy, and Kennedy is still taking marks. Here's the Kennedy kick, and it is fine, and what a response from the Eagles. There's more again. He did all the hard work. Now, how did he dispose of the ball will be the question. Rioli to level up the scores again. He loves the goal. Scores are level, 5-6 to 6 straight. All offside, didn't come to the ball. Shuey pounced, taken down, but he's still got the ball moving. Venables and Lacroix, that time. That's the Mark Lacroix we know.
Nick Natanui's been taken downstairs to the rooms for further assessment, so I doubt whether we'll see him before the end of this second term. It's a big loss for the Eagles.
Waterman had to turn around, found himself against Pendlebury. Myercheck beat Marston. Rioli, there was only a small opening, but that's all that was needed. He's a Rioli after all. Langdon to Howe, to Moore. Kennedy, outstanding. Gaff, they were lining up. If anything, like I said, got in the way a little bit. It may not matter. Cripps feeds it through. Darling. Yeah. He's kicked it. They've been relentless, the Eagles. Redden to Hutchings. The finish was a little bit in between, but it found a way. It's been that sort of day for the Eagles. Well, the siren sounds at the MCG. A landmark day on the home of football for the West Coast Eagles. A big win over a strong opponent to take them to second on the AFL ladder.
Really, really pleased with our performance. You know, first quarter, Collingwood approached the game in a slightly different way than we'd planned, so got caught on the back foot a little bit. So we had to adapt, which I think our players did pretty well. Then we lost Nick. I thought some of our individuals stood up with Scott and Hutch as well, doing a really good job on side bottom, and then to show a bit of resilience in the second half. And couldn't be prouder than I am of our players at the moment.
Yeah, in terms of our season, nothing changes. Scotty Lysett did a terrific job yesterday in the second half and had to carry a huge workload against arguably the best ruckman in the competition.
I'm just proud of the boys. We played our brand of footy. It's the way we want to play, and we got the results. So win, lose or draw, we want to play our brand of footy. Obviously, we've copped a bit of criticism about the MCG sort of stuff, so winning here is always good.
Yeah, the second best team in the competition. They've won 7 in a row, and playing at their home deck, that was huge for us. So it's great to win. Again, we had plenty of youth out there yesterday, so great experience for them. And for the most part, a lot of them were our better players. But yeah, we've had some big wins this year that obviously our young guys have played a big hand in. So hopefully they're getting used to that.
it'll be a different looking midfield without Andrew. We've had him for so long. There's a really good sense of unity amongst our players, so that's been there from the start of pre-season. I think the spirit's been really strong. I think it's won us some games this year, so I can't see why that wouldn't change.
Port have been playing some reasonable football this year. Yeah, they've lost a couple, but they're always tough, especially over there, so it'll be a good challenge and we'll need to be up for it.
Heading into finals, we're going to stay true to our system and know that when guys come in, they play their role within our systems.
We want top 4, we want to have a crack at that, so, and preferably top 2. So for us to do that, we need to knock over Port.
West Coast, they can go a long way to getting those home finals in September if they win here today. Hutchings edges it back to Yeo. He's a powerful kick. Wow. And what a strike it was. Elliot Yeo punching handball through is good from Shuey to Archie. Can Ryan do his thing inside 50? He's taken the mark. Will he take the shot or give to Cripps? He went to the more experienced Cripps, who was able to fumble, wait, and then get it all together when it mattered. What a goal! Just what Ken Hinkley didn't want, but the Eagles have been able to scrap together a couple of goals in the quarter. Shuey slipped through the tackle. Redden plays the percentages, although the odds are against Footy. Went crashing to the ground. Archie, and Cripps is the man again on the line. Motlop feeling the searing heat. Archie stepped out. Cripps, the give to Sheed. The strike looks promising. It hits the mark, and they're coming again. Surrounded up by Barris. Back where the numbers are. Ryan! He was born to fly! What a mark! 16 points right now. A stutter step, but a flowing kick. And they're back to within 10, and the bad memories might be returning for Port. Can they get it clear? Yo, they can. Lysette. High ball is deep. McGavin! History is about to repeat itself again, or is it? The man that takes marks to stop teams has taken a mark to start. The siren sounds. Port fans can't bear to watch. And they've got 28 points at one stage, but the perfect storm has erupted. Injuries came, and then the West Coast Eagles, and Jeremy McGavin has kicked the goal for the Eagles after the week they've had.
It's a big week for the club, to lose Andrew like we did, and it was a 6-day break, so part of me thought it was good to get away, but we didn't start too well tonight. I thought Port played a really strong, tough brand, and obvious situations with Port with their injuries. There was a bit going on with those key position players. We did our best to expose that, and they did their best to nullify it, so that's why you saw the last quarter, and fortunate enough to get that mark, and Gov kicked that goal. It was really great for our spirit in our club.
It spills out in the coach's box. It spills out on the Adelaide Oval, and I'm sure all over the West.
The last time Shuey shot off the siren, I was actually watching in the crowd, so it was good to be on the field this time. And yeah, I think I got a handball from Yowie in the centre, slammed on the boot. I think it was a torpedo to go. I was making sure I was around abouts where he was kicking it so I could get around him because I knew he was going to kick it.
I had to send it back to do a forward's job, and I guess I did in the end. She didn't come off the agate too well, but I was just worrying about aiming at that right-hand goalpost, and she ended up going in.
Duggan again. Pittard out to Motlop. He plays the waiting game. It was smart. And he goes with a big kick. Farrell was monstrous last week in the opening term, not this time. Desperate stuff just to try and get it out of there. A high ball, every contest final. Wingard takes the mark, and they know how precious it is. A minute 56 now. The umpire will make him move it here.
Got a man up. Can't allow Port Adelaide to chew the clock there. They're just going to try and maintain possession. He can come back inside here.
And should, but Cleary doesn't. Instead, lays it up. Again, he goes to Robbie Gray. Mistimed the leap. So it's still there for West Coast.
Definitely should have just chipped it around there, boys, but it's going to be hard here for the Eagles, really hard.
Got to take the corridor on.
Instead, he goes wide for Lysette. 8 points the margin. 1:20 remaining in this game.
Too slow
for Port Adelaide. They are just hanging on to their position in the 8. What a momentous win it would be. They're going to get a shot at it here. No, Eben overruns it. And that might create the overlap that the Eagles desperately need.
Yo, got him.
Down the line goes Redden. Yo can give. He doesn't. He might go himself and go solo. Central ball. Everyone can run and jump at it. The fist was strong from Howard once. The lunge is just as desperate. Cripps will give it. Lecrae, you know where the goals are with Mark Lecrae, and it's on.
Seconds on the clock. It is exactly the same here. What will happen? This is going to be amazing finish again.
A lot of numbers behind the ball for Port Adelaide, but West Coast just keeps sending one around to even it up.
43 seconds. The crowd is gripped with apprehension. The Eagles try and surge forward. Rockcliffe, they're over the ball. The pressure being felt by everyone, even the umpires.
13-2, the hit out. You'd expect West Coast to get it. They're going to run to space.
Can they get it clear? Yo, they can. Lysette. High ball is deep. McGovern has taken the mark. He's sore, he's beaten, he's battered. But he's got to have the shot.
After the siren, Hutto. After the siren.
10 metres, 5 teams.
History is about to repeat itself again, or is it? Jeremy McGovern, the man that takes marks to stop teams, has taken a mark to start. The siren sounds. Port fans can't bear to watch. They led by 28 points at one stage, but the perfect storm has erupted. Injuries came, and then the West Coast Eagles, and Jeremy McGovern has kicked the goal for the Eagles after the week they've had. It spills out in the coach's box. It spills out on the Adelaide Oval, and I'm sure all over the West. And spare a thought for the Port Adelaide players and fans who have seen it all before.